Welcome to the Budget Mom YouTube channel. I'm Miko Love from thebudgetmom.com, and we have Ryen here
Hello.
for another budget recap. So today we're going to be talking all about November, the craziness of November, because we have Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday,
And some Christmas.
and some
I'm
Christmas
sure, for a lot of
shopping.
people.
For a lot of people shopping in November. So my November was great because I had sinking fund savings that I had saved throughout the entire year, dedicated for this specific time of year. Now I have some high amounts going on in November. High amounts as far as inflow because I'm using a lot of savings. I used almost $3,000 worth of savings in the month of November alone.
You had a vacation too.
I had vacation. I was in Cabo.
That's right.
Pretty much for the first week of November for my birthday.
Yeah, November was your busy month.
So I had to use vacation savings. I used my Costco sinking fund, and I used my Christmas sinking fund. Yes, and so we're gonna see some high amounts for me, but it was all planned out. It was all in the budget. Yeah. And then we're gonna be, at the end of this video, we're gonna be talking more about Black Friday and Cyber Monday and my thoughts around those two trigger events for a lot of people. How was your November?
It was good. I'm finally getting in the swing of things. My electric bill was only $74. And it blows my mind because I paid more when I lived here and I didn't have central AC. I mean, granted, I didn't use central AC.
How hot is it there right now?
It's warmer here, but
It's warmer here?
No, there.
Oh my God, I was like, what?
But whenever it's cold there, it's like the cold there is colder because it's wetter because of the humidity.
Yeah.
So it strikes you to the bones. It is so like walking my dog in the morning, I just get so upset about it because it is just too cold. But it hasn't snowed, and it snowed here, hasn't it?
Yeah, we had a little bit of
flurries.
snow. It didn't stick, at least where I am now, up where my mom's farm is, up in Chuila. They got over 7 inches.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen that. And it's still sunshine. It's way gloomy here.
It is. I know. It's cloudy and gray here.
Yeah,
I know.
we have
so you're getting in the swing of your bills.
Yeah, and setting new budget limits and kind of what that looks like. I'm still kind of getting, as far as my variable expenses go, I'm kind of getting a better idea because of grocery shopping. Food is basically my biggest one that I'm still trying to tweak because I know that there's an Aldi there. And I'm sure you've heard about Aldi. Yeah, it is. It's so funny because that's where we used to go all the time when we lived in Germany. And I forgot how cheap it was. But it is
I
so
wish they
affordable.
would have one here.
Yeah,
because I see
love it.
all of our TBM family members talking about their Aldi grocery hauls.
It is so affordable.
I'm like,
it is
what?
so affordable. And they have cool little German stuff there around this time, so it's just awesome.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're not aware of what we're talking about, Ryen recently moved from Spokane to Kansas.
Yes.
To be closer with her family. And so she's traveling back once a month to Spokane so we can do all of our videos and have her back on YouTube for these budget recaps and stuff. So anytime you move, there is what we call a budget transition period.
Yeah, it's like a whole new budget, honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like starting completely over. But when I say transition, yes, you're in the transition of tweaking and fine-tuning things and getting things to things that feel normal within your budget. But transition also in the fact of you don't know right away what exactly your fixed expenses are going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Your housing, like electric, water, mortgage, like she's talking about her food. Food costs are always different depending on your location. So Ryen, that's what we're talking about, her normalizing those things. And we're going to be showing you that in her November budget recap. So let us show you where our dollars went in November. So we're going to be looking at my November budget recap first. And very quickly, I want to kind of talk about, we use the Where Did Our Money Go worksheets to close out our budgets every month. And I want to kind of show you what this looks like to get the information to fill out those forms. It all comes from tracking your spending and your expense trackers. Now I have one for my checking account. I also have one for cash because currently those are the only 2 ways that I spend my money. But I really wanted to show you very quickly the different inflows into my life. And you can see all these white lines. We're in the deposit area. This is me using cash savings that I had saved previously throughout the year. You can see I use vacation savings, Christmas sinking fund, my Costco sinking fund, more Christmas sinking fund. So remember, a sinking fund is just a goal that I established in my life where I save a little bit from each paycheck for a specific planned expected event, holiday, or occasion or purchase. So I knew Christmas was coming up. I saved for my bulk grocery runs. I saved for my vacations. And now here's me using that money. So I'm using it, I'm spending it. I'm using it, I'm spending it. I'm using it, I'm spending it. So every single time I have savings inflow into my life, and then it's me spending the money. So all of these different colors represent a different category in my budget. We call it the highlighter method. At the end of my tracking period, I take my checking account expense tracker and I just add up all the colors. That's how easy it is. That's why I use the highlighter method. It makes it a lot easier. Add up all the colors. Look, you just added up all your budget categories. And then I do the same thing for my cash, and I add the two together to get a total picture of my spending. That information is then put on to worksheets that we call Where Did Our Money Go worksheets. And these 3 worksheets really give us the awareness, I call it decision-making awareness, to make better financial decisions with our money in the future. But not only that, to understand your spending better. Ultimately, understand yourself better as well. So let's look at my savings or my inflow into my life, my total monthly inflow. Now, when I say inflow, all the money that went into my life in the month of November, and this is made up of a couple of different things. My starting balance, now this is the amount that I had in my checking account the first day of my tracking period in November. I track from the first of the month to the end of the month. My earned income, this is my paycheck. I did not have any other income this month, which would be like if I sold something around my house, if I had a reimbursement maybe from a friend, that would go in other income, and then savings used. This is all the money that I use from savings accounts or cash savings in my life. Let's talk very quickly about my total monthly inflow into my life in November. This is all the money that entered my life in the month of November. Now, this is made up of a couple different things, not all earned income. So this is a very big amount. But about $3,000 of this is coming from savings used. So my inflow was my starting balance, this was the amount in my checking account the first day of my tracking period in November. I had earned income, which was my paycheck. I had no other income in my life, but this would be like if I sold something from around my home, if I got like a reimbursement from a friend, that would be considered other income. And then savings used. This is all money that I saved in cash or in my savings account that I spent in the month of November. All these things make up the total monthly inflow into my life. These are all of my different budget categories, and all the different colors. So these aren't just my cash envelope categories. These are all of my budget categories that I use month to month. I have my monthly budget, which did change this month because I knew I was going on vacation. I was going to use some vacation money. So obviously my fun and entertainment category went up. I also knew that I was going to have some more spending in my food for Thanksgiving. So I put more money towards that. And then the only thing here is if it's in red, I was over budget. And if it's in green, I was under budget. Now, it's always good to be over budget for your savings. I was over budget for gas and for James by about $50. And then I was over in my health and beauty category about $42. Now, when I'm over budget, it usually comes from either another cash envelope or I let my checking account cushion. This is why I have a checking account cushion. I leave money, just some cash sitting in my checking account to do online purchases or for instances like this. Now, I was only off by $1, meaning my income minus my expenses was off by $1 just due to rounding. So that's where I am as far as where my money went in November. Big thing here is my food, even though I budgeted a lot more, I usually do about $450 a month. I only spent $550 about. And that's with hosting. No, that's with hosting Thanksgiving at my house. Out of the $2,100 I budgeted for fun and entertainment, I only spent $1,822. So I did come back with some cash from vacation. 19. So I was able to save $1,957 for my savings. The next worksheet we're going to look at is my monthly debt and savings breakdown. Now I don't have debt, I'm debt free. So I use the debt category area on this worksheet to track my investments. Out of my inflow for the month, I was able to invest $800, which is 8% of my inflow. 38% went to non-retirement investment accounts, my brokerage accounts, and 63% of it went to my son's 529. Now, my investments that you're not seeing on here is I do have a 401k through the Budget Mom, but I put that on my business budget because it is taken out of my paycheck.
Right.
My savings, you might be wondering, Miko, why is the total monthly income different from the total monthly inflow? The inflow is everything that I pointed out. The income is your starting balance plus earned income plus other income. This does not include savings used because you're not going to save money that you're using, right? So we don't include that in income. So technically I was able to save 20% of my income there from that amount. That went, big portion of it, 81% went towards sinking funds, 10% went towards Disneyland.
Yay.
I'm really working on my Disneyland goal. Only 1% went towards my $5 challenge, and then 8% went towards my 2021 savings challenges. This does align with my financial goals. Sinking funds and Disneyland obviously being my two big priority goals there. The last worksheet is we look at the monthly spending comparison. Now, compared to October, I did have a big jump in inflow into my life because I used all those savings.
Right.
Now, if we compare November to October, if it's in red, I spent more than, and if it's in green, I spent less than. Obviously, I'm going to spend more than in a lot of categories because my inflow jumped up.
Right.
That's why it's important to know if you have an increase or a decrease of your inflow from month to month, your spending needs to reflect that. And I mean spending meaning whether you're saving it, investing it, spending it on your expenses, whatever, it needs to be reflected, and mine is. You can see that with all the red. So holiday, I spent $1,367. My Christmas shopping is pretty much done.
Yay, that was easy.
Yes. Fun, I spent $783 more than I did in October. October, I did a vacation too.
That's right.
I went to Arizona, but I spent more when I was in Cabo. I was over 173 because I did have that Thanksgiving hosting at my house. Up in household because this is something that a lot of people don't know, and I should probably include it in my budget. I just know it's happening. It's in my cushion. Every quarter, so once every 4 months, Point Pest Control comes and sprays around my home for $155.
Oh.
I do have a savings account for it. Sometimes I will contribute to that savings account, but sometimes I just let my checking account cushion eat it. But that's why it's up that much.
That makes sense. Okay.
Because they came and sprayed the house. James was up by 43, and then gas and car, it was up by $65. So that's where, it all makes sense. I don't see anything here that I'm too worried about
Red
because
flag.
Yeah, there's a reason behind all of this, right? Where I was over from last month makes sense to me. So that is, and also something we don't really show, the meal planning section. I did have a meal plan for November because of Thanksgiving. I wanted to make sure that we utilized leftovers from Thanksgiving, but not only that, I had so much traveling going on and stuff. I wanted to make sure I knew exactly what was going on with meals because November was just crazy.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I was able to plan ahead and really make sure not only did I have the things at home so I wasn't eating out, because I was eating out a lot when I was traveling. And then I had my birthday going on. And then I'm utilizing leftovers for Thanksgiving. You can see we did a turkey pot pie soup. We're doing a leftover Thanksgiving casserole. So I'm really utilizing, we also did turkey tacos. I know that sounds weird, but
I've never heard of that. Interesting.
We use leftover turkey for some turkey tacos on one of these leftover nights as well. So it just helps plan out my month, and I'll be showing you how I organize and create my meal plans in another YouTube video coming shortly, but that's one of the pages I did also utilize in my workbook.
Okay, so here is my November Where Did My Money Go worksheets. Starting with my starting balance, I came into November with $550. My earned income, so that's just my paychecks from work, was $4,037. I did have other income. Now this was reimbursement. Cody gives me some money every month to cover some of the bills. This is internet and half of utilities. I use no savings for a total monthly inflow of $4,675. Now, I did do some tweaking to some of these monthly budgets, the main one being household, just because my rent is significantly more now that I live in Kansas. But everything here in red means that I was over budget. Everything in green means I was under budget. I was pretty split down the middle, but everything that I was over, it wasn't too bad. Let's see. One thing I did do is we bought a real Christmas tree, and it was kind of an impulse buy. So that's why this is over $42.66. Gas. I know last month I said that I don't have my car in Kansas. I still don't have my car in Kansas, but I decided to take care of the gas purchases in November since we're only using Cody's car, and he took care of them in October. So that's why you're seeing now gas money. That was just kind of an agreement that we made. I was still able to put $490 towards debt. I did kind of have a family, I wouldn't say an emergency, but just some family things going on to where I did contribute. I helped out some family for $100. So that is also why my debt wasn't as high as I would have liked it to be, as well as Thanksgiving. It was kind of just a small Thanksgiving. My mom came up. So it was just with close family. So that was fun. And I just cash flowed this because I didn't have any money saved for it. I saved $559, which is $359 over the $200 that I tried to. So overall, it wasn't a bad month for me. I was off by $0 just because I am going cashless. So that's another thing to point out. I am still trying to figure out if I want to open up a new bank or what to do because I have a credit union in Spokane that's not in Kansas. So I'm still trying to navigate that. So I've been cashless for the month of November. Okay, moving on to my monthly debt and savings breakdown. So like I said, my total monthly inflow was $4,675. I was able to put about 11% of money towards debt. $482 was towards my student loan. This is kind of a new charge. I haven't written this down before. I've always just counted it as in my utilities, but I'm going to start counting it towards debt because it is a credit card. What this is, it's a monthly fee, and I do not want to close this credit card because it's the longest one I've had open by like 2 years. So I've been dealing with this obviously for years, but I just now started counting it under debt instead of just a utility bill. So that's what that is. Moving over to savings, I put about 12% of my total monthly inflow towards savings. And here's kind of the breakdown of that. I am starting to save money towards shipping my car to Kansas. It'll probably be once the weather gets warmer. I'm hoping that the prices drop for how much it costs to get it shipped when it's not kind of snowy weather. So we'll see. I know that I paid about $1,000 to get it shipped up here, so I'm kind of using that as a rough guideline. But other than that, I was able to replenish my emergency fund to $159. I saved $100 for the savings challenges and then $200 towards sinking funds. So this is my monthly spending comparison. I did have an inflow change, an increase of $390. Everything that you see with the red dot means that I spent more in November than I did in October. Everything in green means I spent less. I did spend more in pretty much everything. Food, gas, obviously I spent more because I spent nothing in October. I wasn't able to put as much towards debt, but I was able to save more.
So that is our full November budget recap. All right, so let's talk about Black Friday and Cyber Monday for a second. So there were 2 things that I bought on Black Friday, both of which were not on my list, but I did have the money in my Christmas budget to get them.
Yeah.
One was a candle holder. Don't judge me.
Necessary.
And there was one thing that was a Christmas gift for James, but it wasn't on my list.
Aww.
I just saw it and I'm like, he would love
the price
this.
was good.
Yeah.
Good.
But, I did an Instagram video yesterday talking about how the words and the term Black Friday and Cyber Monday really are trigger terms.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all about triggering your FOMO sensor. I mean, have you heard some of these stories? Like people literally getting killed and trampled over trying to get in these stores to get these deals.
Back when the days when like Black Friday started at like 2 a.m. I remember waking up. That used to be so fun.
Yeah. I mean, people go crazy over these sales. And I was reading, and this all came about, I was reading an article yesterday morning about how 90% of the items that go on sale during Black Friday or Cyber Monday are just as cheap or cheaper previously in the year.
Oh yeah. I've even heard of companies like raising the prices right around this time just so they can say it's discounted, but it's just the original price.
Right. It's crazy.
Marketing tactics.
It really is. It's all about the fear of missing out on a good deal. And if it's in your budget and you have it on your list and you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to get this during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I don't see anything wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But if you are gobbling up all the goods and literally taking things off the shelves because you are seeing a sale price on a whim, that's not okay.
I honestly feel like, I don't know if it was like that here, but I feel like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, there was like no good deals in my opinion, at least from what I've realized.
That's why I didn't buy anything besides
I think it probably just has to do with, I know like cost of production and everything gone up, so I don't know if that might be it, but I feel like the sales were just on not like
okay, here's the crazy thing. Okay, so I went to Fred Meyer's on Black Friday. I took Chris's mom, she wanted to go to Fred Meyer's. And everyone was like swarming over the bear paw boot area where all the bear paw boots are. And I asked one of the young ladies there, I go, what's going on with, what's going on over here? And she's like, oh my God, the best sales of the season. You're never going to see this price again on bear paw boots. I'm like, oh, awesome. What's the price? She said $40. I kid you not.
Aren't bear paws usually $40?
I kid you not. The other day I was in Target. Okay. I saw, it was Target. I'm pretty sure it was Target. It was another retailer, Target or Kohl's or something. Bear paw boots, $31.
Those are like Uggs, right? Is that what bear
paw
boots are?
They're like Uggs, yeah. They look just like Uggs. They're just a different brand.
Okay.
So I know $40 was not a good price. In fact, I've seen them cheaper at other places earlier on in the year and whatnot. So when I'm looking at it, she's like
raving.
Great. She had like 15 pairs in her cart, right? And I'm just thinking to myself, that's what it's all about. Is these companies really do. I mean, it had a big sign like best sale, best price of the season, $40. And there was probably over 100 people.
Oh yeah, wow.
Boots and boxes all over the floor, mismatched sizes all over, boot colors, all these different, like it was crazy.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. But it just goes to show, like, you got to go into these types of events prepared. Mm-hmm. With a plan. You got your shopping list. You know exactly what you're wanting to buy. And you stick to that list. It's in your budget. You either have savings for it. But if you go into this time of year without a plan, I feel like those sales, they just suck you in.
Yeah, I get that.
And I've heard from a lot of TBM family members, too, that said, I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I really didn't. I had it in my Christmas budget for Black Friday spending. I saved $2,000 for around the holiday season now. I just bought two things.
The sales, in my opinion, were just like not what they usually are.
Yeah, same with Cyber Monday. I didn't even look at my emails or nothing because it's like I don't need anything. Yeah,
Totally, it's crazy.
So, and here's another thing. This is why I save cash for my Christmas savings. People are like, why don't you throw that into a savings account? Because I have a pretty good idea what I'm wanting to get before Christmas hits.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It allows me to buy something, say, in June when I see it for a good price, for me to buy it then, because I'll tell you what, it's probably better price in June than it is on Black Friday. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Bath and Body Works was a big one that I was like, okay.
Buy 3, get 3 free.
It's that word free that gets people.
It's buy 3, get 3 free. Say that 5 times fast. But here's the thing. You have to buy 3 items at regular price. Yeah. If you get 3, so my big thing is the candles there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're $25 a candle. You're spending $75 for 6 candles.
Yeah. Their semi-annual sale is so much better.
Yeah, take 75 divided by 6. To me, that's not still a good deal.
Yeah.
On some candles.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they're great candles, but
Right.
not for that price.
So you're just burning your money away.
Literally. literally. So that's my whole thing about how Black Friday and Cyber Monday went for me. In December, I know we have Christmas coming up. I was 100% prepared with cash. I saved all throughout the year, a little amount from each paycheck. My Christmas spending is pretty much done. I am not hosting Christmas at my house. We are going to my mom's and Chris's mom's for Christmas. However, though, we are doing Christmas earlier with James. So we're just doing like, I'm cooking like a ham dinner.
That'll be fun.
And I'm making a pie.
Yummy pie.
So I mean, I set some extra money aside for that. You'll see that in my December budget. But what's going on for December with you?
Nothing. Pretty low key. My mom's coming up. She lives about like 2 hours south in Oklahoma. She's coming up. My brother lives down the road. So we're just doing what we did for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, pretty low key.
Yeah.
Like not a lot.
And I like it like that.
How's your Christmas shopping going?
I haven't even started. I know what I want to get, but I mean my family obviously, but I haven't started.
Yeah. Oh, you got your niece too.
I know.
You're like, I go crazy. Yeah. So, and did you did save for Christmas this year?
did, yes.
Yeah. How
I
much
did.
do you have saved for Christmas?
$400. I did use some for my move, but I still have $400, and I'm able to cash flow some extra money around this time of the year anyway. So
yes. Okay.
I didn't want to go into debt to move, so
Here
I am.
Oh yeah. Here you are. Still not going into debt. And okay, so I know we mentioned previous in the years, our budget recap, that our goal would be being debt free.
Yes. So
where are we is there a new date, or what are we looking at?
I was actually going to dive deeper into that in December. What's kind of pushed me back is our rent. Our rent is a lot more. Granted, we're in a way nicer place. Like our place here in Spokane was extremely old and dusty. It wasn't unsafe by any means. We just lived in a college town. So, landlords there typically don't tend to like take their place too seriously. All my neighbors were college kids. Like it wasn't very well upkept. Where my new place is just, I feel more like adult-like. You know? So it's a lot more expensive, but it's worth it. I'm still able to pay off all of my debt in 2022. My guess right now, I haven't ran the numbers or anything, but it'll just be pushed back probably 3 months.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Okay. Debt free.
Okay.
Debt free in 2022.
Yeah.
Yes, for Ryan. So we will be back next month with another budget recap. If you found this video helpful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Dang, I spent some money. Here we go. Very nice. Very nice.
Top.
Ooh, that's the other one.